everybody, we are going to do a brief overview of how to do your basic incident reports, your NIFRS reports using EPR fireworks. Basically, the presentation is different, but the report is the same. It is sort of the same required fields, the same codes for everything. It's just presented in a different way. But we'll go over it quickly just so you get a better understanding of it. This is, once you log in, this is your dashboard, your home page. It's called a dashboard. And just a couple little quick notes before we get started. If you click over here, over on your name, there are a couple things. Yours will look a little bit different, but things of note are we have a library over here, similar to ERS, and there's going to be information stored in there. Files, videos, SOGs, things like that. So just know the library is accessed over here. And also the KB is knowledge base. So this is like a help area. If you're having trouble with something, you can check the knowledge base and see if you can find the answers to your questions over there. So anyway, so going back to the incidents, you're going to over the top, you're going to click on the incident tab over here. And the way they're listed on here, these are all just mock calls that have been put in. But as soon as Symposium goes live, they're going to put all the basic incidents in here. So the way it's set up, you do not want to click on the address to access your incident report. You want to click on the incident over here. But that being said, one important thing to note is if you do click on the address, it goes into what's called response mode. And this could be a good tool for us when we're responding to calls. So if you get a call to 3300 Pawtucket Avenue, while you're responding, this is a web-based program, so you can get it on your phone, you can get it on, put it up on the computer, on the truck, while you're responding to 33 Pawtucket Ave. Say it's a structure fire, a box alarm. If you just click on it, it's going to go to your Google Map view, and it'll show right up there. And you can zoom out. You're going to be able to locate the hydrants that are nearby. And this little house is basically, it means that we have a file on this particular property on here. So we have information on that particular property. So this can be an important tool when you're responding to a call. So we'll go back. So just keep that in mind. That could be good when you're responding. So I'm going to go down here to 115 Walnut Street over here and do this call that we put in over here. Again, I don't want to click on the address unless I was responding. I want to click on the I number over here. And also, if you want to search for a particular incident, you can go to Advanced Search, and there's a bunch of fields over here you can fill out and filter it the way you'd like to try to search for certain things. So, Walnut Street, I'm going to click on the incident number over here, and it's going to pop up. And basically, when you're looking at this screen, actually, let me go back and show one more thing. When you have a call over here, if you click on this down button, it gives you a quick synopsis of the call. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, back into the incident report here. And you'll notice up at the top, these are the tabs that you could have. Incident info, response, EMS, hazmat, casualties, and authorization. And the thumbs down tells us that there are required fields that have not yet been filled out. Anything in red on any of these reports is a required field. And again, these are all standard NIFRS codes and everything like that. It's just presented to you differently. So I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but we'll go through this one real quick. A lot of information is already put in for us in here. My first required field is action, which is no different. This was an EMS call, which was not an MVA. So just like pretty much all my other medical calls, I'm going to pick 32, 33, and we'll say they get transported, 34. So there are actions taken. Mutual aid given or received. This is going to be important for you rescue personnel when you're going mutual aid, and obviously when we have mutual aid rescues come in. In this case, we're going to click none. And then with any report, you should be filling out as much information as you can on each report. Each run, as you know, may require more detail to be put in. We're going to go through mostly just the required fields right now, but you can explore around here and fill out as much as you know. Zip code. Some people struggle with zip codes. If you don't know the zip code, all you got to do is click Get Zip Code, and it's going to put it in for you. It's going to tell you that Walnut Street is 02914. Okay, we'll put it in there. You're good to go. A lot of stuff filled in here. It filled it in as Riverside District 2, which it's not, so we'll change that. So there are fewer fields in here than in ERS for the neighborhood. So we'll just put in middle of the city, East Providence, and District 1. Right, then we have the CAD notes down here, and then they want to know if it's residential. You need to fill that in. This one we're going to click yes. As soon as you do this, this box is going to pop up for number of residential units. We've discussed possibly getting rid of this box, but as for right now, it's here. Take your best guess to the residential units, in a high rise or whatever. But in this one, 115 Walnut, it's either a 2 or a 3-story house. We'll just call it a 2 for right now. So property use, the same as your typical NIFRS. You click on it, and then you get your drop-down menu. So if it's a 1 or 2 family, it's number 419. So we'll put that in over here. And again, fill out as much information as you need to. Over here, we have a owner, involved person, and entities. This is going to be filled out with any incident requiring, gathering of information regarding persons. This is where we're going to put it, right? And this is where you're going to put your information for your MVA, driver's license, and all that type of thing. So we're just going to hit add person or add, and then we're going to go through and we're going to fill out all the information. Name, John Doe, phone number, birthday, whatever information we have. Driver's license file. If you have taken a picture of their driver's license and then you put it onto your computer, you would click over here, and then you would find it on your computer, and then you would upload the picture. Okay. Also over here, if you happen to have this on your phone, it's designed where if you click this, if you have EPR Fireworks up on your phone, if you click on this, it's going to access your camera, and you're going to be able to take pictures or designed to take a photo of the barcode on the back, and you can document it there, and it'll upload it automatically. Mailing information, self-explanatory. And then if you need to do insurance information, you're going to click down here, add insurance, and then you're going to put the information down over here. All right. Custom fields, these have remained unchanged, so we're going to say no, save station. No, and actually the incident report narrative template is in that library, which I showed you earlier. That's in there if you want to use it. Let's go over to factor. No. All right, and now we're down to our narrative over here. Okay, so narrative, just put down what you normally would, EMS call, whatever. And then whenever you're done typing anything in narrative, hit a timestamp. Add timestamp, it puts your signature to it, and it does a timestamp. Then we're going to save changes. And anytime you have a required field that's not filled out, for instance, so I just unchecked a required field. Anytime you have a required field that's not filled out, you're going to get the thumbs down, the warning sign, which means that you have a field that's not filled out. You can click on this details button, it's going to tell you. So property use is required. If you click on it, it'll bring you right to it. Okay, so I had just deleted that out of there. But just keep that in mind. If you see that up there, similar to AmbuPro, if you see the thumbs down or the highlighted details box, you can click on it and it'll tell you which fields you still need to fill out. All right, let's go over to response. And again, most of this information is going to be already filled out for you when you go over to it. All right, so on this particular call, we had engine 5, we had rescue 1. Okay, you can click on the information over here if you need to change it, if it happens to be incorrect. If you need to add apparatus, you're going to go over here and you're going to do it. All right, it's going to put in most of the information for you, the times and everything like that. It's also going to say engine 5, if that's who's highlighted, it's going to tell me who was on it at the time and their riding positions. You should make sure the riding positions are correct. You click on rescue 1, it's going to tell us who was on it. Okay. And actions taken, this is a good tool, especially if we have a large-scale incident, structure fire, something like that, and everybody's putting in supplemental narratives. Anytime, really, we should be documenting what we do on a call. This was a rescue call, so we can do add to all, provide basic life support, provide advanced life support. All right, they didn't transport. If we go to the rescue, actions taken, 2, 3, and they transported. Okay, so this is a simple step, but it documents what everybody did on the call, and it says it's more important, especially important when we have a structure fire. Everybody can come in, they did search and rescue, they did whatever, and This apparatus narrative is for supplemental narrative. So like again, if we have a structure fire, everybody goes in and does a narrative on what they did. And you can actually, there's a generate button over here, which if you click that, it's going to provide a narrative for you. Then you can just add to it or delete things as needed. And if you put things like search and rescue or whatever, it'll say that you did those things. PPE used, this is where we're going to document any PPE that's used to the point of replacement. So we have to document those pieces in this section over here. No thumbs down, so that means that all of our required fields are done. EMS tab. The EMS tab, it is not mandatory right now, but this is where you're going to record your information on the patients in which you were on scene for 10 minutes or more, or if you had a mutual aid rescue. Previously, we were having everybody do it in AmbuPro, do a full report. Now you only have to do it here. So add patient. And then you're going to put the patient information in, injury type, document what you did, and then go from there. And then the only thing that's right now on here, we do not have a field for the person's name. So we've talked to Fireworks about that, getting that added. But if you need to put it, you can put it down here in the narrative. And again, whenever you do a narrative, you hit the timestamp. All right. Hazmat. Obviously, if we have a hazmat call, we're going to go over here, add, and then you can click the chemical, and it's going to come up over here. And when you do, the cameo information is going to populate up here, and then you're going to fill out everything that's appropriate in your hazmat tab. All right. Casualties, this is where we're going to document any injuries, fatalities, or anything like that for firefighters. Okay, hopefully you'll never have to use this tab. But anyway, you would just hit add over here, and then you would fill out the appropriate information. Then we're going to go to authorization. Over here, officer in charge is the same member making the report. In this particular case, I believe it was, let's see, Captain Davall. So we go over here and select the name, Davall. It fills it all in. His assignment as captain. It'll fill it in, and then we go from there. This log is basically just documenting the changes that are made in this report. So if we have, again, a structure fire, everybody's going in, we can see who's gone in and who has changed anything to here. So it's just logging what's going on. Same with the narrative on here. And then we're good. We're going to go over here. We're going to hit check. No problems have been found. Do you want to change the status as completed? Okay. And then we're good to go. And that's a basic overview of how to do a basic incident report. If you have any questions, you can let myself know, or Captain De Silva, or Firefighter Joe Hansen, and we'll try to answer all your questions. Thank you.